Hello, everyone. It's Melina and
Jordan.
and we are the board certified BAes.
BAes.
Welcome back. That was gross.
Wow, I got called gross, guys.
No, us as a unit.
Us as a unit. Don't loop me in with you.
Okay. Well, anyways, how are you today, Jordan?
I am great, Melina.
Good. I'm glad.
How are you, Melina?
I'm good. I'm like confused on if I'm hot or I'm cold right now. The weather's been weird lately. So I've been trying to figure that out. Do I want to wear a sweatshirt? Or should I wear a t-shirt? Or should I have to like layer it at work? Because I feel like when we go to when we leave are like 3 different temperatures.
I just go as I go.
Okay. All right, y'all. Well, today we are
Chasing
talking.
kids most of the time. I don't know why I have to dress up any sort of way.
Okay. Well, today we are talking about CMOs. We're just going to jump in and get started. So, Jordan, what is a CMO anyways?
A CMO stands for Condition Motivating Operation. And we're going to go over 3 of them today. This is big stuff for the test. So for those of you that are studying and whatnot, you might want to tune in a little bit and turn it up. But a CMO stands for Condition Motivating Operation.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we've gone over motivating operations in terms of establishing and abolishing behaviors in the past. I don't know why I delayed that, but anyway. But here we're talking, when you hear the word conditioned, the first thing you have to know is that you had to learn this, or the individual that you're working with learn this. And that means that it's not something that they just automatically knew. It's been learned over time. So that's what condition means. Motivating means that there is some level of interest or motivation or desire to get something, get away from something there. There is something there that's able to change behavior, right? And the operation part is just, you can just leave that part out for now. For the sake of this, it's just,
okay.
It's the process, really. So, so that is what we are going to be talking about. So think of them as learned behaviors or learned motivators.
Okay. They can be tricky. Why do you think so many people get confused about them?
Because it's not a natural way to think about things. I think that's probably the biggest reason why they're hard for a lot of people. And we don't normally think about them, even as BCBAs, in that framework. Like, it's like you studied it for the test, you know it. 6 months later, you might forget it. And then you come back to it and like, oh yeah, no, this makes sense. It's because we just don't look at it through that lens, because we're always taught to be like bilingual, like know the terminology, but speak layman's terms, like just everyday language. And because of that, the everyday language kind of supersedes the condition motivating operation terminology.
Okay. Well, would you like to jump right into what they are?
Sure, I can do that. Do you want me to do the first one? Which one do you want to do?
I'll do it. I'll do this one. I'll do this one.
You do this one? Okay. So the first one we have is, drum roll.
Condition motivating operation of reflexive.
Yeah.
Okay. So, CMO-R. R. Like a
pirate? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Okay. So, this happens when a situation signals that something bad or something good is about to occur. And because of that, we change our behavior to either avoid said situation or to make it happen.
Yeah. Well said. Well said. You were about to salute, weren't you?
I was about to what?
Salute.
Almost. And then I was
then you gave me a high five because I saw the way your hand came up. Yeah. I was like, that's not how she's going to high five me. Yeah. So, can you give an example?
Sure. So, again, how you mentioned, these are things that have already been conditioned. As parents, I think of like when my kiddo is, I'm like, put on your shoes. Or she's supposed to be putting on her shoes, something like that. And then she's not. And then I'm like, I need you to put on your shoes before X, Y, and Z happens. And then she knows we're serious. So then she puts on her shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Does that make sense?
It does. How about a good one?
Okay. Let's see. A good one. A good one? Oh, like something that you're wanting to happen. Let's see. How about when you are waiting for something to cook in the air fryer and you hear the little ding, 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 ding. And so then that signals you to get up and go get the food out and you're excited about it.
Yeah. I would say that there's actually a behavior that happens before that one.
Before it? Before the ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, because you're actually describing Pavlov's dogs.
Oh.
Because it's the bell.
Oh.
For us, though, as humans. No, you're right. What I'm saying is that you're so...
I'm like, so then I'm not explaining anything ever again.
No, I'm saying you're so right. But like, we salivate. Because we get excited, which is the exact as the behavioral experiment that he did.
Got it.
So that's why I was like, you're so right.
Okay, yeah. So
it's like
that'd be like one that I'm thinking of that is like a good one.
Mm-hmm. I'd also say like if someone's playing a slot machine and they hear dink, 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 and like the noises that it makes, they're like, clench up and they're like, yes, do it.
This is a funny one, but I don't know why I thought of this. So when me and Jordan started dating, he used to wear these chanclas, these like humongous flip-flops, and they were so loud. Because he also like has a size 15 foot. So like it's literally like
not my business like that. Wow.
So if you ever want to sponsor him, Nike, I'm just kidding. No, so it'd just be like I could actually hear when he was like near the house, and I'd get excited and be like, oh, I should go open the door. Because I'd hear his flip-flops from a mile away.
Are you sure it wasn't you ran away?
No,
hid under the blanket somewhere in a different room?
Absolutely sure. But yeah, so the sound of your flip-flops.
That's the one, huh?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's CMO-R. So it's reflexive. There's a response that comes because there is a signal.
Yes.
The important part is that there's a signal.
Yeah, it doesn't always have to be a sound.
Yeah. It's just some sort of signal.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to add that part.
Yeah.
So, you hear a ding, something happens.
See a light flash.
Something happens. Yeah. Like the one to make everyone tense up is seeing the red and blue lights behind their car or hearing that sound. You like instantly tense up and you're like, okay, let me look at my mirrors. Let me look at my speedometer.
Like an ambulance. Pull to the side.
Yeah. Those are all signals that a behavior should happen.
Sweet.
That's that
okay,
one.
Next one. Can you go ahead and explain Can you explain CMO-S?
CMO-S, the S, again, it's condition motivating operation, and the S stands for surrogate, right? So that means that something is able to have the behavior in place of the initial thing that caused you to have that behavior. So you have a surrogate. So that basically means that the behavior that you engage in, the stimulus that triggers that behavior has been paired with another stimulus. So now the original triggering response, or what you heard or what you needed, doesn't have to doesn't have to be present anymore, but there is something in replace because it has the same power to do that over your behavior. So this one I feel like is one that is kind of tricky to think about. Like, what's a surrogate? Like, how is that a replacement for it? But these ones are present all the time. I know, just when we were talking off camera, we were talking about like the weatherman. Like if you used to, hear the weatherman in the morning, and every day you went out and he said it was going to rain, or she said it was going to rain, and it was raining. Eventually them saying it's going to rain and you seeing rain are going to be paired together, that you won't have to see rain anymore to know to get your umbrella. You're just going to hear them and be like, okay, I know what's coming today. That's one, because now they're that. A really good one is our kids' bedtime. I love this example because it's so true. The kids at our kids' bedtime, they listen to like, ambient sounds or like sleep sounds, running water or something like that to put them to sleep. And that to them has been paired with like sleep. So if they hear those, it's sleepy time. But that's also worked on us too. That's the funny part, is because like we've put them on so often at nighttime with them and like laid with them a little bit before they fell asleep, that now when we hear those sounds, no matter what time of the day it is, it's likely to trigger a yawn because it's been paired with going to sleep so often that it now causes the behavior in us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
It does.
And yes, that does happen. Can confirm.
Yeah. Driving on the street. Just, oh no, wrong sounds.
Even I think it came on in the car the other day, and our daughter was like, "I'm gonna take a nap," like,
Yeah.
like, and we're like, "No, it's an accident. Don't fall asleep right now."
Yeah, it works that way too.
Yeah.
Same with another example is like around lunchtime. So like if you're a lunch or dinner, right? If you always, let's say, had a soda, or like you always have orange juice with breakfast or something like that, and then you see orange juice, you might instantly get hungry even though it's not necessary. It's just been paired with like breakfast food. So you might like see an orange juice, you're like, oh, I'm at Starbucks, I want a croissant. And you're not even hungry. It's just that it's been paired so well with that. So it is now a surrogate for like breakfast. And even though they don't really have anything in common, because you can have orange juice without breakfast, but for a lot of individuals, it's paired with like breakfast time. And so that's another one there that surrogate kind of takes place. Surrogate's cool, but it's like also probably, I think, the trickiest one out of them, because something literally had to be paired with the original condition stimulus in order for it to work. It doesn't work if it's not.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's good.
Anything you want to add?
I don't think so.
No.
I think you did a pretty good job. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So you want to take on the next one? Or do you want to tag team it?
We can tag team it.
Okay. So you can start it off.
So CMO-T.
What's the
Condition motivating operation of transitive.
There we go.
Okay, so this happens when something creates a situation where you need another thing to solve a problem, and that motivates you to get it.
Yeah.
So go
Jinx.
ahead.
So this basically is like every Disney quest or any quest that's ever been on where
This is the example that helped me, actually, guys. This is the one that he used when he was explaining it to me. Basically, I don't know if we ever told you guys, but we studied for the test twice because he took his exam first and then I took my exam. So I feel like, yeah, that probably helped me pass because I don't absorb it as fast. But with that being said, he gave a really good example about Moana. I think this is where you're going. So go ahead.
Wasn't, but yeah, I can.
Oh, okay. Well, she's a Disney princess.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was just that. I think at the time we were watching Moana or something.
Maybe.
I don't know. I can't remember. But if you haven't seen Moana, she wants to. Well, the first one, because the second one's out. So.
Oh, we gotta see that.
Yeah. So the first one, they were putting the heart of Tafiti back. That's what she wanted. But to do that, she had to find Maui, and Maui needed to get his hook. So, she, instead of going straight to Tafiti, she went to find Maui because Maui became more important. And then from Maui, instead of going straight to Tafiti, it went to get his hook because that was more important to be able to get the job completed. So the same example can be that your car's locked, but you need your keys. So the first thing you should find is your keys to your car, right? So the motivation to complete the task has now shifted or transitioned, which is where the transitive part comes in, transition to another item in order to complete that task. And that's kind of how it works. I think this one I feel like this one was the easiest one for me to learn. It was just so quick. I was like, oh, so like it's not, you no longer want to complete this task. You want to get that to complete that task, which is where I was going with like any movie that has a quest, right? Like take Lord of the Rings. There's like, they had to do a gazillion things before they could throw it in like the fire. And like, there's all these like movies that have quests, or tasks, but then they're always replaced by some other little task that they have to do first. And so the motivation is then transitioned to another item or another process in order to complete it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how they all work.
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
My brain went to the birth world.
Okay.
So I do doula work as well. And so I thought about the last mom that I helped. And she was really, really motivated to see her baby that day. And so with that being said, she was down to like do a bunch of exercises to help baby get down to where they needed to go. But I feel like if there wasn't that, I really want this baby by today, I don't know if there would have been that motivation to like, okay, well now I need to do all these workouts. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's where my brain went. It was like, it went from, okay, I'm having this baby to like, okay, I got to exercise so that we could get to that point.
Yeah.
I don't know if that made sense, but that's where my brain went.
It makes sense. It's just another way to look at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, look, CMOs, I feel like we could go on and on and on about examples for them, but I feel like we gave a bunch of really simplistic everyday examples that kind of fit. But that also is a testament to how important it is to kind of know these in the back of your mind for everyday life.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You gave the example earlier when we were just talking and you're like, my gas light comes on. Like it causes a reflex because now I got to look for a gas station. Right. And so it's like instinctual. It's like right there. We talked about the music, the sleep sounds coming on in the middle of driving somewhere because they're just in the rotation on Spotify. And it's like, that works too. Finding our keys is an everyday thing. Trying to make dinner, but we're missing one ingredient. So now like going to get that ingredient is important. So we run across the street to a grocery store to get something. Mm-hmm. These are all examples and they're all ones that work with us every day, or we have to work with every day. And so working with the population that we work with, it's just important to kind of have those in the background. It's like, oh, this one's been paired with this. So whenever they see you, they tense up. Like that's not a good thing. Let's try to work on that. Things like that. So, and that actually happened not too long ago when we started a new kiddo. It was all great. Then they didn't want to leave. And so then I was helping parents help them out. And so I got paired with parents forcing them to leave. And so they never wanted to come and hang out with me. I had to rebuild the relationship, but it's okay. They're flourishing now. Mm-hmm. So I'll take it. But yeah, that's kind of CMOs.
Yep. If you have any specific questions, feel free to write us in the chat or email us or.
Yeah. Always down to have a back and forth.
Yeah. So
happy to help.
Anyways, thank you for giving such wonderful examples per usual and great explanations.
To you as well.
Well, I hope you have a great week.
Aww.
And we hope you guys have a great week. And thank you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.
See you next time.